Okay. So we're playing Spider-Man today.
We're here. Yeah, we're playing
right.
Spider-Man
Cool.
Remastered for the PS5.
Yeah,
That's what we're
save
playing it
files,
on.
my dude.
I do. What are you doing? You're gonna go hard mode? Okay.
Let's see.
Listening mode. Probably do headphones for that.
RT. Headphones.
For listening mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because most people will probably be listening on headphones.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, we can change the color. Red.
Red.
That's
Okay.
cooler. All right. That's all I got. Okay, cool.
Great.
Let's
do it.
I love this game.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
Welcome to H7 Bus. We are playing Marvel's Spider-Man. I'm Nathaniel. This is Scott. And he's gonna be on the sticks today.
Yeah.
Shooting all the webs.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funky because in the second one, nobody looks like this.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Peter does.
Except for
But
Peter.
even they kind of tweak his design a little bit.
Yeah. This is also interesting just because of how much, like, our memories of this game, our core memories of this game are from 2018 on the PlayStation 4. And so on this remastered version, I mean, there's all this other stuff, and it looks so much better. But it's kind of, every time I see this opening again, I'm like, whoa, that's not what it used to look like.
No, so it's really cool, and I love this whole montage where it kind of sums up, like, okay, this is what he's done. These are the people he's fought in the last like 8 years of him being. Oh wow, that's funky. That vibrates in the controller.
These are his villains. These are his problems. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we got the red title.
You know, at first I didn't like the new face, but it's starting to really grow on me. And now that I've actually played Spider-Man 2, it's definitely I've definitely gotten used to it.
Yeah.
But here we go. So, also, man, I can't imagine what web fluid tastes like, but I can't imagine.
It tastes very good. He's probably used to it at this point, you know.
I can't imagine what it would taste like, but I can't imagine.
Like, yeah,
but I can imagine it wouldn't taste very good. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Pay your bills.
Gotta pay your bills.
All right.
Don't be a slave to the lender, man.
Wow.
This was such a great start, though.
Yeah, it is.
And honestly...
Oh, it's so pretty.
Honestly, the first time I played this, I was like, dude, you probably should stop and pay your bills. That's what was going through my head.
Oh, Parker.
Don't you need those?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
How many times have you beaten this game, Nate?
I think twice. I did. I platted it with one run, and then I've done a New Game Plus. And I've started this on here, as you saw, like 3 other times or whatever. So,
okay.
But I haven't finished it those other times. Yeah, I platted it, and then the time where I did the New Game Plus was still on the PS4. It was actually one of the things that inspired me to get a PS5.
Really?
Is because I was like, this, not only would this look a lot better on a better TV, because that's when I started getting into my whole TV calibrating thing, but also, I loved the game, and it was so great to play it again, and I went, man, they remastered this, I want to see that, I want to play through that, I want to deal with all that stuff. And so so I got a PS5 and I got this, and that time actually where I played through it, I think I was sick. I think that was one, I was sick for like a week or something. It wasn't one of the times I had COVID. I think both those times I've just played a lot of Destiny 1, but with this I was sick for like a week, and so I just played it, and yeah, it was fun.
That was a good time. Good year. I mean, not the part about you being sick.
2018 or
2018.
2018 was a good year.
I look back on that year fondly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It looks so good.
Just another casual firefight in New York City.
Yeah.
You know, the things.
New York.
I think it would have been cool if they put what's his name? Jefferson. Miles'
Jefferson
dad.
Davis in here.
Yeah,
that
if they
would
put
have been
him
cool.
in here to kind of like tease that a little early, that would have been fun. I think they did a great job when they put him in.
When they brought him in, yeah.
If you've never seen this, there's probably going to be some spoilers.
There is going to be spoilers of the game, and possibly, do I have him here? Yes, a lot of spoilers for this game.
All right, you've been warned. But it's also been out for like 6 years now, so...
Crazy that it's been 6 years.
I feel like after 6 years and with how where social media is at nowadays...
After 6 years, either you've...
Yes, I see it.
You've like watched some other YouTuber play it, you've played it yourself, or you don't care to. And so at that point, if you're here... and you fit into one of those 3 categories, then you're probably okay with spoilers. Yeah. Because either you don't care or it's not going to be spoilers. So, yes, but this is Marvel's Spider-Man. Yep. It was released exclusively, originally, on the PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4.
It came out worldwide on September 7th, 2018. Spider-Man Remastered, this game's PS5 port, which is what we're playing right now, was first released November 12, 2020 as part of Spider-Man Miles Morales' Ultimate Edition, and the remastered port was then released on PC through Steam on August 12, 2022. So this is the remastered version. I got it through
that doesn't make sense.
Miles Morales, through that game from the Ultimate Edition, but you can also just now buy it standalone on here and on Steam if you have a PC. It's not on Xbox, but with PlayStation starting to put some of their exclusives on Steam now, this is one of the ones you can get. So,
and it's a good time.
It's a good one.
This is my first time playing it on the PS5. Or at least the PS5 remastered.
Yeah.
Whenever I played it on my PlayStation, I just re-downloaded the PS4 version.
Yeah, because you got...
I'm pretty sure I had the
remastered. I thought you got Miles on PS4, though.
I did.
So...
Yes.
You obviously couldn't play the remaster back then.
No. Here we go. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. That's 60 frames per second. We're playing on 60 right now because this has got different video modes. They've got one called Fidelity, which is the highest res 4K one, but we're not recording at 4K, so we're able to use the lower res, higher frame rate ones. And so we got ray tracing, we got 60 frames per second, and we got this wonderful, very red spider suit.
Oh, it's so good. I remember back in the original, he looked orange.
It was a little orange, yeah. It was the red-orange crayon.
Yeah, although I didn't, so... When we get to it, there's a lot of suits in this game. Like, there's a lot. And even after the game came out, they kept delivering more suits.
Yeah, and some of which didn't come out on the 2018 version, but were added to the remastered. Yeah. In this game, there's a total of 8 gadgets.
Yep.
47 suits.
All of which are cool.
47 in this game, in the remastered version, to unlock and wear. 9 different districts or areas to explore, and lots of collectibles, missions, and challenges to experience. If you're looking for an open world game to really sink your teeth into that isn't super dark, or that is pretty relaxing at some points but can also be challenging if you wish it to be, that has a deep combat system and a lot of opportunities to just explore and do your own thing, this is a good choice.
Yep.
As far as open world games go, one of my biggest pet peeves of open world games is adding collectibles for filler's sake. And this game certainly has a lot of collectibles.
Oh, it's got so many collectibles.
I didn't. This is one of the rare cases where I didn't where I enjoyed getting every collectible. I didn't feel like not doing it personally.
I had a few.
But there's some other games where I want to experience the game completely. I want to complete it. I want to get all the collectibles because then I feel like I've really experienced the game and then can formulate my opinion on that. I generally try to plat games and stuff like that, but with this one, I pretty much enjoyed it every step of the way. Yeah.
He's having a bad day.
He's having a bad day. He's stuck. That might be because I just love Spider-Man. I mean, we both love Spider-Man. Yeah. We kind of said it the other day. We were just having a conversation with our dad about superheroes because we do that. Our dad's cool and we talk about cool stuff with our dad. But
we played a lot of these things with our dad.
We were talking about how Spider-Man and Batman are probably the two most like universally well-known superheroes.
Yeah, like Superman and third.
Generally, like the most well-liked. I don't know. I know people who don't know Batman. Well, who don't like Batman, but I don't think I've met a single person who doesn't like Spider-Man.
I mean, even if they don't like Batman, they still know who Batman is.
They still know who Batman is, and they probably know who the Joker is. That might be all, but yeah.
This is weird. I need to get more webs.
But Spider-Man's a case of a hero that you can completely relate to. Whereas Batman's a billionaire and also doesn't have parents. And so, like, you might not be able to understand those things. Like you can't necessarily relate to him as a character. And you also can't bench 1,000 pounds and do all this strong stuff. But Spider-Man, you know, he's an orphan, but he also did have familiar figures. Familial braces, man. I can't. There's certain words I can't say, but he did have guardians, and so you can relate to those, but also you can relate to,
man,
him being an orphan. You can
spider stuff work.
Also relate just to his life and his money troubles and his girl problems and all that kind of stuff. He was made by Stan Lee to just be a dude, like an everyman kind of hero. Someone who, you know, you could be inspired by listening to, like watching playing the games or reading the comics or watching the movies, that kind of thing. So, first question.
All right, bring it.
Is this your favorite Spider-Man game?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay. Even compared to Miles?
Miles was cool. It was just too short.
Mm-hmm.
Although I like a lot of the things that it did, and a lot of that... Kill this man. Sorry, not kill. Spider takedown. Spider-Man doesn't kill.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm sure
he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He tries not to kill.
The red thing, actually, the red text actually looks kind of cool. Yeah.
What happens if that runs out?
What?
The timer on right there.
Oh, I don't know. You probably die. I've never let it run out.
Oh.
You got it.
These guys.
Oh,
these guys.
This is spectacular mode, Scott.
I know.
You gotta figure this out.
I gotta actually pay attention. Oh, bang, bang. Oh, there we go.
The lighting in this game, especially this being the PS5 version, it's just really good. I really like it. Very dynamic, very dramatic, very good graphics, super responsive gameplay, super responsive controls, good animations, all that kind of stuff. It's a good game. Yeah, so you said
this is my favorite Spider-Man game.
Although Miles was short, but are you saying there were things about it you liked more?
Yeah. So whenever you were swinging, you could, or whenever you lifted off of a swing, you could do all these fancy tricks, and then whenever you would, shoot out a new web, he would have a different animation as he's swinging, which is like super Spider-Man, in my opinion. You know, you see him do all the fancy twirls and flips and the different tricks, and even if you watch a Spider-Verse, both of them. Miles has a lot of just cool moves that he does.
Yeah. There's that one meme and review quote everyone knows, but yes, he's got a lot of exaggerated swagger.
Yes,
he does.
He's great. I love Miles.
He's cool. I do like that he's kind of with this game and with the Spider-Verse shows, we're seeing a lot more nowadays. Whereas before, Miles was a character I knew about because, I knew what the comics were, and I knew that there was this comic line where Peter dies and Miles becomes Spider-Man, right?
Ultimate Comics.
But I never had seen him on TV or seen him in... He was in one, Ultimate Spider-Man episode, that old Disney XD cartoon, but...
he was in a lot more episodes than just one.
Was he? Oh, because didn't they bring him in at the end there?
They had all the spiders.
But...
well,
here he's in a game, and also they've made a really cool movie duology that he's in, and I'm really excited for the final installment. We watched it the other day,
trilogy here soon.
And we're talking about it, obviously. We saw Into the Spider-Verse back during COVID times, and then we watched Across the Spider-Verse just a few days ago. You had already seen it, but I hadn't seen it. And you were telling me for days, Nathaniel, we need to watch this. And finally we watched it, and I'm so glad you were bugging me to watch it because I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I really did have to bug you for parkour.
It was a really good movie, and I'm so excited for number 3.
Yep.
I just want it to be out right now.
Oh man!
All right, Scott.
Spider-Man
lift
moment.
with your knees, okay?
No, I'm gonna lift with my back.
Maybe that's why his back hurts so much.
My back!
Oh, my back!
Oh man, just the inhuman feats of strength.
Yeah. I bet one of those moms whose kid was trapped under a Land Rover could do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Probably destroyed her arm.
The difference is Spider-Man can do that all the time though.
Okay. Yeah. It's so cool.
He's not like one of those cool moms that gets superhuman strength when her kid's trapped under a Land Rover.
So I grew up. Segues are nice.
Segues, you grew up.
I grew up on Spider-Man 2, on the original movie Spider-Man 2. Hello, coppers.
Are you
never call a cop that?
Dude, don't. Yeah, please stop.
Don't
Yeah. Are you talking about the game, the PS2 game, or are you talking about the movie? With
the PS2 game.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I grew up on that game, and
a lot of you got that a lot from I should know what it's called. Blockbuster.
Yep.
You rented
back
that
when
a lot.
that was a thing.
Yeah. We had a Blockbuster here in North Pole up until
like 2 years ago.
Just a few years ago. Yeah. So we both have grown up. Most people my age especially, but even yours,
Bob
never grew up with Blockbuster, but we
Nope.
totally had Blockbuster forever. Just renting movies and games and stuff.
For a ridiculous amount of time.
For a long time.
Are you actually still doing business here? I think the only time I ever went in there was to get the candy. Because, man, they had a great candy collection. Which I guess makes sense if it's like a movie, like a movie store.
Yeah.
They're going to have all, like, the candy and the different kinds of popcorn and the snacks.
But also, Spider-Man games.
Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
In which, after playing Spider-Man 2, never beat it. I got to the end of it, and I couldn't, understand how to beat it. But I did play Spider-Man 1, and by golly, that game had some problems. It was cool, but it had some problems.
Yeah. But the main
so
difference, I mean, obviously Spider-Man 1 walked, so Spider-Man 2 could run. Spider-Man 1, the Tobey Maguire game, took a lot from the games that had gone before, like specifically when you think of the PS1 Spider-Man game that also was on N64 with Kid Mode and Black Cat and
Kid Mode.
Carnage and you fighting Scorpion while he's trying to, wreck J. Jonah, all that kind of thing.
That was a fun game, though.
But Spider-Man 1 was trying to take some of the mechanics from that, and it pretty much did, but it made it open world. And the swinging from that, which wasn't necessarily realistic, because Spider-Man would just shoot webs in the air and kind of go on a flat plane.
He would do some things.
But when you're on the top of a skyscraper and you're shooting webs into the air and you're moving, that doesn't really make sense.
Right.
That's not realistic.
And
so Spider-Man 2 had this super revolutionary at the time, pendulum swinging system.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Where your webs would actually connect to the top of the building. And I'll link it in the description of this video, but there's actually a video out there of the guy who invented that system playing this game for the first time.
Yeah. It's cool.
It was super cool. So I'll link that.
I just want to point out, I love Fisk in the black.
Yes.
Like that works because growing up Kingpin was always in the white.
White
the
suit,
white and the
purple
purple.
tie. Yeah.
But I love this. This is cool.
Kingpin in the black suit. Yeah.
Let's see if I still remember how to fight him.
And honestly,
I think it's pretty easy though.
Also, this is a super cool Kingpin.
Yeah. Voiced by Travis Willingham. Knuckles.
And other
he's characters.
He's been in a lot of things. Yeah. Oh. You got shot.
Well, yeah, it's weird because I'm so used to having,
to have playing
more
it with
webs.
all the stuff. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
there we go.
There you go.
Boink.
That's hilarious.
Bonk. Alright.
Peter literally doesn't care.
Yeah.
Throwing a straight up metal turret at this guy.
Man, I wonder if people understand what they're saying when they say, "I will destroy you." Like, destroy them? Really?
It's Spider-Man.
How do you destroy someone?
Well, they probably mean like kill you and hurt your family and ruin your perceived image. All that kind of stuff. You can also use throwables.
Yeah, I know. This is funner though.
Funner, yes.
Yes, that's a word.
That's a word. Kind of frustrated,
Gotcha.
but that's a word. But it is a word.
It's really dumb.
That's a
Good for
recent development.
Merriam-Webster.
Yeah, yes, we will. We will talk about that someday. But they recently, a few years ago, made funner a word. When I was taught for my whole life, funner's not a word. It's funnest.
Yeah.
It's fun. It was fun.
There's other ways that you can say things like that without trying to make something that's not a word.
They made something that's not a word, and
What's wrong with the city? Wow, that's.
if someone uses it, that's okay. But I still am not going to use it because it's just ingrained into my brain, man. Don't use funner. Can't use because too many times. You need to throw in a sense or something like that. But either way, words are hard.
Oh man, I love big things.
Yeah, I think.
Thanks, Willie.
I haven't played Miles yet or Spider-Man 2 like you have, but I played this a lot, and this is definitely also my favorite Spider-Man game for sure. But I was trying to remember. I was just thinking. We've always played Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Just growing up, we've played all of them, the good, the bad. But what before this? Because I'm not going to ask besides this, because if I asked besides this, you'd probably say Miles or Spider-Man 2. But what before this was your favorite Spider-Man game?
I think it didn't do very great. Oh, no thank you. I don't think it did very well, but Friend or Foe.
Dude, that game was fun.
Friend or Foe was dope.
Yeah, that was very fun. We played that one a lot with Prowler and
it had
Nick
Prowler.
Fury, and it was this crazy. I think also a what if. It's kind of a what if New Goblin survived.
Yeah, but you didn't
Spider-Man
get to play
3
him
kind
until
of thing too.
you beat the game, which kind of sucked, but
And it existed in the.
There we go.
Yeah, it was kind of
Bang.
definitely referenced off of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
That sucks.
But
There
that
you
game
go.
was cool. Oh, he's gonna bane ya. Oh,
Bang.
okay. Quick time events.
Dude, you could totally just mess those up and still be okay.
Get him.
Boom. Yeah,
How do
what
you
was
feel
King?
about quick time events, Scott?
As much as I know about comics, as much as I love about comics, I still don't know what makes Kingpin
It's so crazy.
so crazy
I
strong
don't
and
either.
stuff. Because I think he's just a dude.
He's a strong dude, that's for sure.
I mean, I'm sure there's something weird going on with him. He's not a mutant or anything, but should we kiss?
But he's
now?
also not Tombstone,
no,
who's lit or
like Hammerhead or any of those other mob guys.
Silvermane or
Silvermane.
that's a deep cut.
Actually,
deep
I
pull.
think he's a bad guy in one of the deals. Well, it's not.
No,
It's
I
not
thought
the
that was
real
Tombstone.
Silvermane. No, they have Tombstone.
Uh-huh.
Have you beaten the Hammerhead? He gets all in one of the DLCs. He turns into a
Yeah.
robot, and I think they try to call him Silvermane, but it's like
That's
It's not Silvermane.
That's not
Silvermane's
Silvermane.
different.
And Silvermane wasn't always a
Hammerhead's
low
just
bot guy either.
doof.
So. Yeah, how do you feel about quick time events?
I love quick time events. All the way from like Force Unleashed or old God of War.
Yeah.
Like, I never played old God of War.
But that's where Force Unleashed got it from.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always loved quick time events.
I do too. As long as it's not the entire game.
Alright, here we go.
But I don't mind them. If they're actually difficult to achieve. I don't want it to be like, here, just play the cutscene.
Yeah.
But I like how in Force Unleashed it was actually difficult to get quick time events. And if you failed them,
Wow.
if you failed them, the bad guy you're fighting got health back.
Yeah.
And you had to fight them again. It was actually challenging.
I don't know what I just grabbed. I didn't look.
Swing kick. That's a good one. I use that to kick people off buildings all the time.
I was sitting there and I was
hero.
like, why isn't this working?
Yeah. This is technically this game does have RPG elements. Spider-Man levels up. There's things you can unlock, and there's 3 skill trees. You saw the focus there. There's kind of a web swinging movement based one. There's a combat based one, and then a more like defense based one or whatever, and or a gadget based, you could even say. Gadget. But it's cool because it's not just one line of abilities. There being the 3 different trees, I noticed that as I played the game. You know, I gotta choose obviously what I wanted to use and what not to use, and I very much developed my own way of fighting and playing the game. And probably everyone does combat different and has their own little things they do because of whichever items they got first and remembered to use, and
I never realized that they have solar power, solar panels that they
it's
use
efficient.
Here. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that's like super on brand for like Spidey and Doc.
Yeah.
Or I guess just Doc and Parker's there.
Parker.
But
yeah.
Sorry, I'm late. Yuri Lowenthal doesn't. Lowenthal, I think that's how you say it.
Does a good job.
He does an amazing job.
Yeah.
I've been listening to him in voice act. I'm sure everybody else has too, because he's just everywhere. Everybody's been listening to him do voice acting forever, but
years, yeah.
Man, he's such a good Spider-Man voice.
Yeah. Yeah, Yuri Lowenthal provides the voice and motion capture for Spider-Man / Peter Parker in this series, but he doesn't provide Peter's likeness. John Abubniak provided Peter's likeness in the original 2018 PS4 release of this game.
For those who don't know what that means, it means his face.
His face, what he actually looks like, yeah. But in the game. But with the release of Miles and Remastered, and also in Spider-Man 2, the likeness was changed to actor Ben Jordan. And the change was due to how, Ben's face and likeness would work better with Yuri's motion capture and would make the development process easier. So this was a big controversial thing. You've probably heard about it, the whole Spider-Man face switch. I've gotten used to it at this point. I don't necessarily mind it looking different now. So it makes sense. If it means they're going to be able to get us better performances and get the games to us faster, then
we'll talk later. It's cool.
Then let's do it. So yeah.
Oh boy, Doc Ock got in trouble, and
so
Parker
did Peter
too.
But, yeah.
They're not gonna get the funding. Oh, and our favorite part of the game.
I love these actually.
Yeah, they're okay. I don't mind them. Moving arm. That does not work. Let's see what is wrong with you. Here we go. They definitely have a lot of these in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and even Miles has his own that are kind of neat. He has all these cool mini games.
Are they Milesified though?
Oh, definitely. Like trying to find like the right frequency for.
Is he as much of a smart, geeky guy as Peter?
Mm-hmm.
I know. In the first game he had some like drone software or something, but in this game something I don't remember. Or
there we go.
Some phones techie stuff, but
yeah, no. The Miles game itself has a lot of I think it's a Christmas story, right?
It is, right? It's snowy and stuff. You need to go the other way.
Oh, I knew that. I can't remember now.
I still need to play it. I probably should actually just try to play it within the next few days here, but I just haven't gotten to it, even though I own it and have it downloaded and stuff. I've anytime I've wanted to play a Spider-Man game, I've just played this one.
It is
again
worth
and
it,
again, right?
and
So
all I keep coming back to it, but all of the suits are so good. I need to do this one.
Double. Finished. Make it double.
Yeah. Hey guys, Spider-Man, where we play
Minigames. I like these though.
Yeah.
They're fun. It's puzzles.
What later on, whenever you get into New Game Plus, you can actually turn them off.
I think you can do that here too. You can just skip them.
I don't want to
skip the minigames, but I like the minigames.
Even when I play New Game Plus, I still don't skip them.
So this game's got this really cool dynamic with Peter and Doc Ock,
Dr. Octopus,
who's not, a villain yet. It's obvious he's gonna by the end of the game, right?
It's Dr. Octopus. You kind of know who the bad guy is.
But they do such a good job at telling the story, and you especially don't want it to happen because you know he's gonna become the villain, but you don't want him to become the villain. But you can come back to your lab. You do story-wise for a few reasons throughout the game, but also you can just come back randomly and around the room, which you can probably look for one here somewhere. Not only are you able to find things to do more mini games, but he leaves little voice recorders around.
Yeah.
And it just gives you it's totally optional story, but
gives you good things though. Oh boy.
It just gives you more context to the character. And I love that kind of stuff. I love that they included that for the person who wants to go out of their way to actually look around the lab and take everything in and listen to the voice recordings that you can't. So
oh boy, the raft. The raft is a so that is an old time Marvel prison. Where they always kept their big supervillains and stuff. They have a very good episode that kind of showed they're in the MCU as well.
That's where they put
all of Cap's friends after
in Civil War.
Civil War. Just the Facts with JJ.
Which this was so cool with JJ.
Yeah, I said that right. Wow. JJJ. Oh man.
2-time Pulitzer Prize winning.
What the book?
Spider-Man Threat or Menace.
I love that Peter has JJ's podcast just tuned in.
Yeah, he hears it live every time.
Yeah. So this is a Spider-Man who's already done the whole Daily Bugle thing.
Yeah, I think this is year 8
is
or
gone.
something.
Yeah.
JJ's a podcaster now, yeah.
And now, this is a different take on Mary Jane as well, where if you watch the old ones and even the old movies, if you watch the cartoon, I think even MJ's kind of original character was she's an actor or a model. And this is when we eventually see her, if we see her during this.
We will, yeah.
Okay, I think we'll get there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm getting through this pretty.
In this,
okay,
which
fast.
I think they did this in a comic line.
Yeah.
But it's not the norm. But in this, Mary Jane's a reporter. She's the journalist as well, right?
I think the Ultimate Comics handled that.
It was something like that where in one of the continuities she did that, but yeah, she's reporter, journalist.
Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah.
Watson Mary Jane.
And it makes sense that Peter was still just a photographer, though, which you get to take pictures in this game. It's got a great photo mode. I think there's actually... I haven't used Reddit since, 2018.
Yeah.
Well, actually, logged into my Reddit account since then. But back in that day, obviously, I do find my way on Reddit often whenever I have, a problem. and I'm trying to figure out, well, why is my computer not working? The place to go, like Google it, and if there's a Reddit search result, that's not the one you want to use. But I think back in 2018, if I remember correctly, there is an exclusive like Spider-Man photo mode Reddit.
Yes, there is.
And I always thought it was really cool.
I remember when this game came out, I would follow the Reddit all the time. Like, it was just something I joined. I followed it.
Yeah.
And, oh boy, crime. Watching people on there. Ugh, I don't have the thing yet. And I missed the super jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching people live going, well, I hope they add this suit, or is this one? And then all the updates of how the developers would, tune certain things or fix some glitches with an update, or whenever they added the Remy suit and the Garfield suit, that was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was just neat to see like all the community be like, "Oh, this game is great." I mean, sure, there are people who don't like it, but
it is great.
You need to go away.
I mean, it was so good to get a Spider-Man game that was really well developed, that you can tell was made with really good care, that had really good acting, really good graphics, really good gameplay, really good storytelling. It's kind of been the dream for Spider-Man fans, right? Yeah. Like, I'd have to say my favorite Spider-Man game, because we asked that question. I don't think it's Edge of Time. Which, if you've played that, Edge of Time it's pretty quick. We played it on the 3DS, but the 3DS port is the same as the Wii port, which is the same as the PS3 port, which is the same as the Xbox 360 port. Obviously, just rezzed down and down and down. But that Spider-Man game's known as having.
We're missing a great moment. Spider Cop.
Oh, okay, we lost it. He'll bring it back.
Spider Cop is so good, though.
Yeah, that game's known as having a really good story, but the gameplay's pretty repetitive and it's pretty short. But my favorite Spider-Man game was probably Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions on the DS, because we never had the console version.
No.
And so on the DS version of that was a Metroidvania.
Yep, and it was amazing.
And it was really good. You unlockable moves, upgrades, health improvements, secrets to find.
Nope, not this
It was very, very good. Very, very fun. You could sequence break. I used to do that a lot. I would.
First time I did that, I was like, wait, why am I here?
You can fight Electro early, stuff like that. Like, I would do that, and I really enjoyed that game. But, that's because the reason why I'm mentioning some obscure 2D game being my favorite Spider-Man game is because all the other ones I liked and I really enjoyed, but just because I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But there was never anything this polished, this good, with this good acting, with this much love, right? And so this was kind of a dream come true for Spider-Man fans. And then we got, 2 more? And are eventually going to get a third. So, very exciting.
I mean, yes, we did get 2 more because we got Miles. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Jameson was wrong about you. She is a reoccurring character. She shows up a couple times.
She shows up in Miles and Spider-Man 2?
Yeah. I think she shows up in Miles, and yes, she does.
I know
show
she's
up
in this game more. But...
To clarify, I haven't beaten Spider-Man 2 yet.
How far are you? Like halfway?
Maybe. No, I'm probably about 40%.
Okay.
I played it for 2 days and then I stopped.
Just because you got busy?
I got busy. I moved out of my apartment, and then I just never plugged my PlayStation 5 back in to actually commit to a story game.
Yeah.
Same reason why I haven't played Baldur's Gate. I played it once when it came out in August, and I was like, okay.
Which you added in early access too.
I did, but I didn't play it a whole lot just because I just could not care. It's not my speed. Well, it's just Baldur's Gate itself is hard.
Oh, the game style, yeah. I much preferred Divinity 2.
So do I. Yeah. I like its game style more. I like its mechanics.
Oh, Spider Cop.
As much as I love D&D, I can't deal with Baldur's Gate, man.
Yeah.
Everybody in that game is just too pretty, which isn't their fault. I'll get it. There we go. It's almost the same as last time. It's a good game, and it's a very good story. I just can't play it right now. I need to wait till I can actually, until I'm moved.
Yes,
and actually have a place to of my own. Ooh, backpack.
Get a backpack.
This is fun. I love this. This is one of those things you see in, like, Spider-Man media, and you're like, does he ever go back and get his clothes?
Get his clothes?
Or his
well,
backpacks
he forgets. And look at this now. He's finding it.
And I love how they explained it as they explained it as him having a lifetime supply of backpacks from Oscorp.
That's hilarious. Yeah. The great thing too is this isn't just a collectible, which it is a collectible, and it unlocks a suit once you get all the collectibles, and it gives you tokens that you use to, buy other suits and get other unlocks and items. But what the backpacks do is, if you want to look at that, it shows items, like little things. And so once you get all 50 backpacks or whatever, you can go and look at all these items and just learn about this guy's last 8 years. And it's super cool. It's super cool.
Part man, part spider.
All cop. Yeah. If you've never played this game, like, our hope with this show is that we can play a game that we really like, and you can watch us play the game, and you can learn about the game and see if you want to play it or not.
Yeah.
And so I assume you're probably paying attention to some of the story and seeing the gameplay and that kind of thing. But already, it's just it's a go-to PlayStation exclusive.
This guy's destroyed.
And if you're a Spider-Man fan, it's a must-play.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
I mean, it is the Spider-Man experience.
Yeah.
Hello, car.
It's the best we've had.
Bonk. Bonk. Alright. I love the fighting in this, because it takes kind of like that Batman Arkham style, and I love how fluid it is.
I feel like
cool.
it takes the free flow combat from Arkham, and it makes it a little more forgiving and more wide range, and it has all the gadgets and stuff, which works really well for Spider-Man. So
Spider-Cop. And he's funny too.
He is funny, yeah. Guess the emotion of the moment.
Yep.
Yeah. We have been talking about how good this game is, and when it launched at launch, it launched to great praise. Fun fact, got an 87 on Metacritic, which IGN gave it a 8.7 out of 10, which is the same.
Hold on. So he just said, can't have people looking at my 3 chest hairs. If you get the underwear suit later in the game, he's got 3 chest hairs.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Great. Game Informer gave it a 9.5 out of 10, and GameSpot gave it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, game did really well. Solid game. Sold super well. I think there was some fact out there, like, at the time, I don't know if this is the case nowadays, but at the time of release, it was PlayStation's fastest selling game ever.
I believe it.
And like it sold in its first 3 days, like it sold much more than I think God of War 4 had sold in its first 3 days.
That's good.
And I remember I played this game, and I watched the Game Awards that year. It was this game versus God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2 for Game of the Year. And I was so ready for this game to win. To be fair, it was the only one of those 3 I had played.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it, and then the streamer who I was watch it, everyone in their chat and the feeling I had was just like Red Dead Redemption 2 is just going to win this. Because it seemed like they rigged the Game Awards. I mean, there was like 10 things in a row that Red Dead got chosen for. And then Spider-Man got a few things here and there, like best photo mode and stuff like that.
Yeah, the photo mode that went on to be in every Sony game.
Out of nowhere, God of War got it, and I was like, you know, that's okay, I guess. People like that game, so which I still haven't played it. You like them, but
I love it.
I have them downloaded. I need to play it. I have a lot of my game backlog is basically just story games.
Yeah.
That I need to actually, because it takes a lot of commitment to sit down and play through a story game. I need to do it for sure.
It is so worth it. Oh wow, I would have actually hit that if there wasn't a wall there.
Wall.
All right. Didn't I just do this one? How many towers are there in Greenwich?
There's 3 in each district, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Backpack.
So the city itself is pretty big, but in Spider-Man 2, it's bigger.
Didn't they add another island or whatever?
Yeah, you can go over here, over in
this
area that I'm spanning. You can't see. You can come down here.
Okay.
You can go to the island. You can go over here.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's big.
That's huge.
It's not exactly like tripled, but it's at least doubled.
Doubled. Yeah.
And you have the gliding mechanics, so you can do a lot.
That's so exciting. How big is it in miles? Is it just this
same.
still? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it changes too much in miles, because
Besides
it's just
the winter or whatever.
as big as the city is. It's kind of monotonous to swing everywhere unless you're not like. You're not one of those things.
But I like the swinging.
I will say I have only ever used the fast travel in this game twice.
It's so funny though.
It is. I've seen all the different
train.
animations.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This is Peter in his normal clothes.
Normie Peter in his civvy clothes.
Because he just leaves those outside places.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Oh boy, and so we can go here to play more of the
mini games.
Do
you want to look for one of his little voice recorders?
Sure, I'll look around. There's an arm.
That's one. That's one. Yeah, let's listen to that.
I'm glad he's not like trashing on Parker. Good, Doc.
Yeah, and those get saved in your like menu screen. You can go back and listen to those.
Arm's fixed. All right. Use part. Yep.
It's a cool lab.
Here we go.
The Peter Parker.
Oh, look at that. That's cool. Octavius' head looks too big for his body.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
It's kind of creepy. It's like they blew his head up. I love how he just has like these little Nerf darts, like sitting around, which is ironic because I don't actually.
Take out the trash, Peter.
Actually, I'm gonna look at this real quick.
See his trash can.
The future of neuroprosthetics.
Oh, his trash can's overflowing.
I got this little. Is that Ben?
That's Uncle Ben.
That's
yeah.
Ben. Cool. Yeah, I don't see the little gun in here, but we saw the gun or more of the little darts in the beginning at his apartment at Oscorp. Sorry, his apartment, and the darts were on top of Osborn's head.
Oh, okay. Oh, here's the guy.
I would be down for some Chinese right now.
It's good, dude.
Yeah. Oh boy. This is great. When this happened when I first played this, I was like, "Can they do this?
What?
It's happening now?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was so early. Yeah.
Part of me also wonders what would happen if he just actually told. I mean, I'm pretty sure Doc Ock figured it out. Like he knew.
He knows. He's
or
probably,
later on, he would have figured it out.
Yeah. Which right now he knows he's Spider-Man, but he's going. Oh, he doesn't want me to know that he knows, so I'm gonna pretend that he designs the equipment. Yeah.
I'll leave you to it. Cause stuff later on, but fun fact: all of this, there's more to this cutscene that gets cut out if you go back and do this in New Game Plus. Periodic table, that's cool.
Oh yeah, the little email.
Yeah. This is cool. You don't see this in New Game Plus cutscenes, which is kind of why I like playing a new game.
Check your email.
Because it's neat to think that Octavius is, helping him with this. Also makes it kind of bittersweet later on when he's wearing this outfit all the time. Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man's suit crafter.
Is that the right term?
He's a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. Yeah, do the thing.
And now you get the suit, and this is where you learn
the advanced
craft
suit.
suits. Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's equipped.
And it's red.
Yeah. This is the best suit power in the game, I think. This is my favorite.
It's the one I used for most of the game.
Yeah.
I used that, or I used Quips. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you know now, much to Nate's chagrin. Wow, that is a beautiful suit.
What do you mean, much to my chagrin?
I will not use this suit the entire playthrough.
I used it for the whole playthrough.
No, as soon as I was able to, I switched to the Scarlet Spider suit.
That's a good choice.
And I used it for most of the game. It's pretty.
Look at the texture. He looks real.
I used Scarlet Spider-Man's suit for most of the game until I unlocked the Last Stand.
That's a good one too.
Which is my favorite Spider-Man suit. Outside of
swinging around.
Kane Parker's Scarlet Spider suit.
The City That Never Sleeps. Yeah, we talked about it already. A standalone spin-off of Spider-Man, which was Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, released on November 12th, 2020 for both PS4 and PS5. But before that game released, The City That Never Sleeps, which was Spider-Man's 3-part DLC expansion, had its first part, The Heist, release on October 23, 2018, just a little bit after the game's release. And The Heist told a story centered around Spider-Man and Black Cat, who has a collectible centered around her in the base game. And Part 2 came out a month after Part 1, on the 20th, and a month after that, Part 3 released on the 21st. And the DLC is part of the remaster by default. Yeah, and then going back to Miles, that was put on Steam 2 years, 6 days later. And the title was originally thought, and was like, I think, reported and announced to be an expansion and enhancement to the original game. So we got The City That Never Sleeps just right after the release of this game.
Yeah.
And people thought Miles, once that was kind of announced and stuff, was going to, well, you're going to figure it out somehow. People thought Miles was going to be another DLC and was going to be what the remaster happened, and maybe come with like a be one of those PS5 updates or upgrades you could pay for. But it ended up being
too big.
A standalone title. And it's a shorter game overall. We talked about that, but it's
like 8 hours.
It did improve on some things gameplay wise, for sure. Part of that's just because it was a PS5 game, and they were able to obviously see what people thought needed to be changed, and they were able to work on and iterate and that kind of thing. But I realistically, they probably made it a standalone simply because they didn't have a lot of PS5 launch titles, and they needed something to launch with the PS5, and so that was one of the things they grabbed. But overall, the DLC is good. I haven't played Miles, but it also did really well, and a lot of people like it. So if you like this game, there is more game to play that is also good that you will probably like.
Yeah, and it all comes together. It's a very nice together story. And you kind of need to like play them. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes a lot of sense if you play these before you play Miles and you play Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
A Spidey gadget.
I mean, that's the case with a lot of games. You could always go and play it's the sequel first, right? But if you, in the modern day, with if a game's prequel got really good reviews, you might as well just play that one first.
Yeah.
Because if you care about the story, if you don't care about the story, I guess it doesn't matter. But if you care about the story, pull that thing down.
Oh, hang on.
Get him. Look at that.
This is one of my favorite parts about this game is the stealth stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This guy's down. Boom.
Boom. Boom. Oh,
Dang.
hey, that was close, but you got him. Perch? Huh.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah,
Spider-Man got Kevin.
This game's got a whole stealth system, and it's always in these kind of environments generally where you can like stealth of like wave-based enemies and these big gathering places like this, and you can stealth out the first round and kill them, and then usually the second wave starts and they figure out where you are. But I really like the stealth. It's fun. It happens a lot in the actual scripted story sequences. What we've been playing, I guess, is part of the story. It is, you know, a non, I mean, it's a required part of the game, but it's also the game teaching you about, okay, here's all the side content you're going to be able to do. And then once you kind of go through all this stuff, it locks you back onto the main story. So, and this is just a Fisk hideout, and you're going to be able to go to Fisk hideouts and other hideouts. And the thought of main bad guy of this game before it ends up being, you know, the guy who just made us a really nice suit was Mr. Negative, and so his men are also part of it and all that kind of thing. They also have bases with waves, and yeah. Overall, there's a lot to do. So, but the story's good. I think I thought this was a really good Spider-Man story. I thought it was pretty original. Although, I mean, I guess it's obviously inspired by Spider-Man. You can tell playing this game that these guys are Spider-Man fans because of the references and because of the, you know, you can see they pulled this from that comic and pulled this from that comic, but it came together really well. And it was.
Sorry, I'm trying.
Emotional, right?
I would talk more about it.
But, you're focusing on the combat. Yes, I understand.
Oh,
get him! Get him! Yeah, it's not like a retelling of one of the movies or anything like that. It's not part of some cinematic universe. It's not a comic line adapted to a game. It's their own Spider-Man world with their own things. You have your focus if you want to use that.
Well, I'm webbing this guy down first. Why are you still up? You're done. Alright. More?
Oh, see, it's doing what I just told you to do.
I know. It's already tried to tell me that already, but I shouldn't.
It refills without you having to deal with it. You might as well just let it go.
I just forgot.
And, you know, you can heal and let it keep going. And
well, what if I don't want to heal?
Well, you didn't want to save either.
Ah, true. True. I was fine, though. I beat the game.
You did.
And nothing happened. I didn't die once. You cut that out, right?
No.
Oh. Woo!
Get him. Boom.
I made that turret, or that grenade last longer than it was supposed to, clearly. Wow. Bonk. What?
Do you have a,
Oh well.
We already talked about the whole Peter face thing, but do you have a preference between the two?
I liked John's, but that's just because that's what I played through as. I think
the first time, right?
Yeah, I think if we got this face the first time, that was cool.
Then
I would have been fine with that too.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, my biggest thing when I was not mad that they changed the face because the reasons they gave were perfectly logical and reasonable, right? But I was definitely I know something some people thought that I definitely thought was he looks too young now when they changed it to Ben's face.
Yeah. And
comparing him to like MJ, I thought they made Peter look too young.
Oh, just wait.
But now they've changed her too, and they've also, I think, slightly changed around Miles' face.
Frankly, I think MJ actually looks older in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, they made her look even older?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No.
I don't know, but I think they've kind of gotten the face stuff all worked out now, and I'm honestly as fine with this as I was with the other one. So
yeah.
They're both equally
That sucks.
Peter-ish.
That would hurt.
So.
Well, the thing is, in the comic books, Peter Parker rarely has, like, I don't know, with the amount of times that they change artists, how many times
has a super consistent
does he
design.
have the same face?
Yeah.
So
That's
it's like,
true as well.
Why does it matter what he looks like? You know, it's Parker.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of people, this other design looks more like Tom Holland-ish, this new one. Whereas the...
which, I don't really like
the older one I thought was a little more comic booky to me.
I gotta buy all these, don't I?
guess what I imagined comic book Spider-Man looking more like, but they're both good, so I don't really...
We'll use both of them. We'll do that.
You can't upgrade them. You need more. You need to stop more crimes. Got 2 skill points though.
I got 2 of these air attacks.
Gotta get the tricks. Completely useless, but
yeah, I don't think I will.
Web zip's good.
And this is the.
Oh, that's a big one.
Okay.
Those are both really big.
I really like that one. That one's cool. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Bonk. Oh, yeah, I should get that.
Depth map, post process. That was a lot of work.
I should not sit there and read that. Anyway. Do you have a favorite Spider-Man suit?
Oh. In this game?
Yes.
Well, I'll say I do like the advanced suit. I think it looks pretty cool, but
let's go.
Samurai.
Oh yeah.
I do like the advanced suit. Obviously, when most people think Spider-Man, they don't think of the advanced suit, right?
No.
They think of.
I mean, nowadays I do, but.
The thing with the advanced suit though is, I feel like looking at it in the suit thing, I don't necessarily love how it looks, but when I'm playing with it and actually seeing it move and stuff, it looks really cool. And they've kind of streamlined it with Spider-Man 2 as well. They've changed it up slightly a bit. I think they did the same with Miles' suit, if I remember from the trailer stuff I've seen. But
he gets a new suit at the end of the game.
Does he?
Yeah, like you don't even get to play with it. It's like, oh, this is the suit he's gonna have in the next game.
But you can't use it. Okay.
You get to use it, but if you switch to any other suit, you can't go back to that suit. It's not available on the suit menu.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's kind of weird.
Wow. Yeah, so that's your
classic,
pictures.
though.
This is Peter Parker takes pictures, and you get stuffs. Hey, you can get that one ability now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Lee.
Martin Lee.
We're gonna talk to him in a second.
Man, they did so much. They did
Wow.
so much with all these guys. Where it was, I was talking about the gadget. No, the skill. Sorry.
Skill. Okay.
Yeah, you can get the weapon steal or whatever.
Yes, please. Dodge window.
Never mind. We have different priorities. See, this is what I was talking about. You play the game different, but
I do.
I usually steal a lot of. My thing was. I would just steal a lot of weapons and get everyone in like a pile and like web bomb them and then concussion blast them into the wall.
I think a lot of people do that. I think that's just the strat.
Or I'm fighting guys on a building and I web kick them off.
I know, people do that too.
They'll be okay, right?
No, yeah, I went over and I showed it earlier. Just to the people who are watching this for the first time and think that Spider-Man's just yeeting people off a building. They will get like webbed to the building.
Yeah, it's weird.
Very rarely will he actually hit the ground.
Yes.
And when they do,
I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure
they still breathe.
Somewhat. You know, it might be a little labored now.
Let's see.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, but it looks like that gives me Mephisto vibes. That being said, my favorite suit in the game.
Now? Scarlet Spider-Man suit.
Scarlet Spider-Man.
Oh, I didn't even finish talking about what suits I like. Okay. Yeah. I think the big time's really cool at night. I think the noir is really good at night. I've always thought noir was cool. It was just announced. Was it yesterday?
I don't know if it was yesterday, but it was
a few days ago. It was announced. Into the Spider-Verse. I can't remember his name.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage played Spider-Man Noir, and now he is getting his own Spider-Man Noir TV show.
Yes, where he is Peter Parker.
Peter Parker from the 1930s. Private eye, detective.
That's gonna be funky.
Fights crime, and is Spider-Man. Yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I just want there to be a line in there somewhere where he's like, "I'm gonna steal Captain Boomerang's boomerang."
Captain Boomerang is that's a DC villain. You're talking about just Boomerang.
Is his name Boomerang?
His name is Boomerang.
I'm gonna steal Boomerang's boomerang. I just want it. I just need to have some reference to National Treasure in there. This is a good one though. We always liked this suit growing up.
Yeah,
just the way it looked, and it looks great in this game. So
Ben Reilly, back when I first found out who Ben Reilly was, the first of the Spider clones, or not the first, but I don't know if
the first one.
The first one that I knew about, and I think
he was the first one brought into the comics though.
Well, that guy just got hit in the face. Was I think it was the Spider Wars? I don't remember what it was. But it was at the end of the 90s animated cartoon.
The one with all the
4
Spider-Man
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those.
And it had to do with Madam Web bringing all of these Spider-Men
all the Spider-Men
together
from other universes, yeah.
Yeah, so they could fight Spider Carnage. Which is what happens when Carnage and Peter Parker decide to hook up.
Doesn't work out very well.
No.
Yeah.
No. He ends up dying or something.
It's crazy.
But we had that was technically the end of the cartoon. Although it might continue now.
Because
so we'll
X-Men 97
did so good.
I need to see it, dude. It's like all the Marvel stuff I've been wanting. I love Marvel, and it's like all the stuff I've been wishing. Oh, more X-Men, more Spider-Man. It's out, and I just haven't gone ahead and experienced it or played it, right? If you do like X-Men, then fun fact, Spider-Man 2, which was this game's sequel, was announced to be in development on 9/9/2021, and with it, the same day, a Wolverine game titled Marvel's Wolverine was announced. The Spider-Man games, these have been developed by Insomniac Games, who created Spyro the Dragon and Ratchet and Clank. And they're also behind the development of Wolverine. A release date has yet to be announced, but
it's going to be cool when it comes out, though.
It's thought that it's going to be coming out next, because it was obviously in development at the same time around Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to come out before they make a Spider-Man 3, right?
One can hope.
There's a lot we don't know. We don't know if Logan is with the X-Men yet or not, or
I think it's an after.
If the game style will be similar to Spider-Man or whatever. But we know apparently it's going to be super innovative, and I'm just excited because I like Wolverine and the X-Men. And
Wolverine, the X-Men.
I don't know that I want to play some super, like gory rated M Wolverine game. I don't know if that's what it's going to be, but
I mean,
but I do still.
That being
I still
said,
probably will play it because it's X-Men and it's Wolverine.
That would be so Wolverine.
It's in character, yeah. Those claws are metal and the strongest metal on Earth and very, very sharp and yes.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if they made it kind of like a God of War-esque, like hack and slash, which I guess is kind of what X-Men Origins Wolverine was like. That version.
You mean old school God of War kind of thing?
And kind of new.
Or new.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
this is a good Aunt May.
She's a really good Aunt May.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, so me growing up, the 90s animated cartoon was my Spider-Man. So I'm so used to the old, very skinny, elderly Aunt May. But this is I like this Aunt May. I like her a lot. She's cool.
Yeah, we're used to 90s Aunt May and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man's Aunt May.
Yeah.
And this is a different Aunt May, and she's cool. This, honestly, she reminds me of Grammy.
Really?
Are kind of in some ways. Our
I love this though.
Our mom's mom kind of reminds me of this Aunt May.
I can see it. I can see this is what mom is gonna look like when she's a lot older.
Cool aunt.
Yeah, she's already got the haircut.
Which one of us becomes Spider-Man though?
You can do that, buddy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a family I need to take care of. You can.
Great. I can become Spider-Man.
You can do the superhero thing.
All right. Well, we just need to find.
You've kind of got the hair going down.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We just gotta find the bug and let me get the powers, and I'll be like 2 years too late, but to starting as Spider-Man. But
yeah.
When you help someone, you help everyone. That's cool.
My phone is ringing. So says the thingy.
The phone is ringing. Yeah, on the PS5 version of this, there's haptic feedback, which means when something's happening in the game, you feel it on your dual sense PS5 controller. So,
wow, you really got to spell it out for him, don't you? Your dual sense.
Well, it used to be called DualShock.
Yeah.
But they had DualShock 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is DualSense. It's not DualShock 5, it's DualSense. So it's got, when you're shooting webs, you feel it in the triggers, and you actually probably don't feel it too much because I think I turned some of that down because it was too intense for my liking.
Okay.
But you can have it on really intense settings. I just had turned it down slightly, or probably all the way even, but it's not off. But you aren't getting the full experience here, at least, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I got 2 of those. I'm okay with that. I don't think I need this thing just shaking to death in my hands.
Yeah. But you can literally feel every web shoot in the trigger, and...
Yeah, it's immersive?
Crazy.
Immersive?
It's either immersive or really distracting. It depends on who you are. For me, I often turn vibration off on games. Because I don't love that.
That's okay.
There's certain games that you have to have it, like the Batman Arkham games. You can't use the cryptographic sequencer to like hack into doors without vibration.
It reminds me of Sly Cooper, and when you had to hack into like security safes, and you'd have to get like all the little.
Talking about the Bentley game? Oh no, you'd feel vibration to listen. Yeah, that was really cool.
Nice.
Yuriko
Watanabe.
Yeah, in the Sly Cooper games, you'd have to open a safe, and you would have to like feel for when it was time to go the other way or get the right number or that kind of thing. Yeah.
So fun.
What is your what's your go-to Spider-Man movie, Scott?
That's. I don't watch Spider-Man movies.
You've seen them all though.
I've seen them all, but I don't have one that I would just turn on. Because I think Tom Holland he's funny. I love Andrew Garfield and I love Tobey. But I don't know. It's not like Star Wars where I could just turn it on and watch it and that's that. Alright. What's yours?
Well, I'll guess first before we get to that. What's your favorite then? Do you still have a favorite at least? Favorite movie of the movies?
Probably Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wait. With Electro and Green Goblin and...
Yes. I love that movie.
What?
Yeah. Of all the Spider-Man movies, that one's my favorite. Like, not counting Spider-Verse.
Okay.
I'm sure you're talking about live action.
Yes, I was talking about live actions. Those Spider-Verse movies are probably the best Spider-Man movies we've had.
Yes.
But also, you need to rewatch. We own it. I bought it. You need to rewatch Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's okay if you like that movie, but that movie is Last Jedi levels of controversial. Dude,
it was great.
So, I don't know if you have seen that since we watched it in theaters.
They don't.
I'm just saying, you might need to watch that movie again, because your opinion.
You and I do not share the same opinions with movies.
I don't hate it. I know a lot of people hated it. I didn't hate it. But I also haven't seen it since it came out.
I know.
So, I really don't... I just didn't expect to hear that. I would probably have to say, for me, it's Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire. Yeah. There are some... After watching... I actually really like Spider-Man 3 as well. Spider-Man 3 might even be my favorite of those movies, just because I like the story it tells. It's one of, like, redemption and the, like, problems with pride and stuff like that. It's really cool. But, and I know a lot of people didn't like that story, but I don't mind it. It's definitely got problems as far as it probably could have used a little longer with some of the CGI.
Yeah, I mean,
a little more time
it had a lot
to
of problems.
bake in the kitchen, but that was the same with the first and the second movie as well. But the second movie, I'll probably more often be in the attitude for that, or the mood to turn that on. It's just a fun story. The first one's good too, obviously. There is definitely some, weird things with those movies that, like, now that I've watched them, that I've thought of, just kind of how back and forth MJ is with, like, different relationships. That just feels a little strange.
Oh, I gotta go stop
But
this.
Overall, those are fun movies. I think they definitely are about inspiring you and telling a story, that kind of thing. So,
well, seeing as I also like The Last Jedi, I don't think you should be surprised that these guys out. I don't think you should be surprised that I liked Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That movie had some. I mean, I don't even remember so much of it, but
yeah,
there were some cool stuff with Electro, and I didn't hate Electro, right?
No, I thought it was cool. I mean, they did it. Blah. Apparently, they liked him enough to bring him back into Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man, No Way Home.
So I should explain this just about what happened. I have a personal code whenever I play a Spider-Man game, that if crime happens, I go stop it.
You go stop it. Yeah.
Even if it's totally out of the way, I go stop it.
You go stop the crime. Because Spider-Man would, right?
Yes, he would. And
what would Spider-Man do?
With how often crime happens in the city, it's a wonder that, I don't know, there's not rioting in this. I mean, I guess there's nowadays, but, there's not rioting in the streets.
Yeah.
With just, man, so many thugs. And it's like the same 5 thugs. It's not, but...
It looks like it.
Yeah.
It's the same model.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. Alright. I missed the thing.
Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
I am on thing. Our time has come. I have to do this quietly.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man villain?
Favorite Spider-Man villain? Oh boy, there's so many of them. If you think about it, like all the villains, like the different Sinister Six villains, the ones that you don't see a whole lot of nowadays, like the Chameleon or Hydro Man.
Yeah, or Hobgoblin.
Or Hobgoblin.
Ned Leeds. That's who Hobgoblin is. Guys, if they make another Spider-Man trilogy with Tom Holland and Ned's in it, he's gonna be a villain. That's just, I'm telling you now. That's how it's gonna work. Because why else name him Ned Leeds and have him not be the Hobgoblin?
You stay quiet now.
Oh.
Get him.
Bop, 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 bang.
Someone's coming.
Yeah, I like. Obviously, Green Goblin's a good one. Mysterio's pretty interesting. There's a lot of really interesting villains, right? But I'm also kind of a sucker for like symbiote Spider-Man stories, so that makes Venom kind of interesting. Yeah, I like Green Goblin a lot, so he's probably my favorite. What about you?
Hang on. Let's take these guys out. What? Yes, I got it. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna hit the thing.
You can lure them by making noise.
Oh look, distracting object. I'm aiming. Fire web shooter.
Now it's safe.
Sleep it off.
Bong. I love that.
There you go.
That was quiet.
This totally belongs to.
Don't move.
Buddy.
Oh
I
look,
had a nickel.
camera.
Don't move.
Don't move. Bonk.
MJ.
Same as you. Working. At least.
Wow, I just almost ended your PlayStation's whole career.
Oh, with your.
Yeah, the cap was open.
Oh no. That would have been bad.
Well, Robbie doesn't belong in here. And it wasn't a break-in until a few minutes ago. Let me explain.
Yeah, there's that MJ
So they changed her face
thing.
for the new one?
Oh, no, just her whole thing of she didn't tell Robbie that she was there.
Yeah, well, we're going to play through that. But you're saying in the new game they changed her face again?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Well, she also wears her hair differently.
It's the long hair, right? Okay.
Hi.
Comic.
She might be a
accurate
clone.
hair.
Definitely a clone, not the same MJ.
There's
You can tell by the way that she hangs her
story
hair.
explanation.
Yeah.
She's a clone.
Yeah. You haven't seen X-Men yet.
Right. Okay.
Oh, did they do that in X-Men 97?
They did, yeah.
Where someone put their hair different?
Yeah.
Well, they kind of did that in Across the Spider-Verse.
No, sorry. It just.
Decide to take out your braids? Like,
Yeah.
oh, his hair's different. He must
Yeah.
be...
I don't know.
He's a clone!
Unless,
Maybe the expressionist piece. You know what? I think I can make today.
Yeah. Alright, so what's your next question?
what's my next question? I still
Yeah.
want to know who your favorite Spider-Man villain is.
Oh, shoot, I didn't answer that.
We're good.
I said Green Goblin.
Let's get started.
I like Rhino. Rhino is cool, but like the Rhino who actually kind of, I guess you don't know about this in comics, but Rhino's kind of a good guy now.
Huh.
Yeah. Like he's trying to do better. And
That's interesting.
yeah, so I like the Rhino where it kind of looks like he's just like in a big Rhino outfit. Like he is the Rhino,
Yeah.
not
Versus
the...
mech suit.
Look at that,
Or
Katana.
metal suit or whatever.
I'm gonna try and speed this along because I just
You
don't
don't-
care for this section.
You
I
don't
like most
like
of the MJ
these stealth kind of
sections.
sections?
No, I love them. I
I
just think
like
that
them
this
too.
section in particular is very
Slow.
long. Yeah. So much data to figures.
Yeah, so you go around this museum and ask questions and
Talk to
she
this
talks
lady.
to you.
Yeah, I like Rhino. He's cool. If it wasn't Rhino, it would probably be Doc Ock.
Talk to her.
Huh? Oh, I have
lady.
to. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You want to speed it along.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at all the art.
Correct. Mr. Fisk.
Kagi manga boo boo doo boo boo.
Exceptional taste. Did you know him well?
All right, we did it. Mr. Fisk has
Fist.
Mr. Fist.
Oh.
Exceptional taste.
Yeah.
Professional context. I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please. Let's move on, please.
I forgot to say, because you still asked me what my favorite suit in this game was.
Yes.
Yeah, like I like wearing the big time and the noir at nights.
Big time is just amazing.
I like
Doctor? Okay.
the advanced suit, but the one I probably actually spent the most time in is the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit.
Really?
I just really like how it looks in this game.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I don't. I think
I've
I
always
also just didn't like
I've always
that suit.
liked that suit, so I've always liked it.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's
You can
fine.
like bad things.
Well, you can like bad movies, so I'll like bad suits. You'll like bad movies.
Yeah,
we'll leave
there
it
we
there. Okay.
Ooh, Samurai.
I think it's super cool though. Yeah. So this game sequel, right? It just came out in October 20th, 2023. And it has both Peter and Miles as playable Spider-Man, right? You
Yes.
can play them both. And also, I just need to play it because, like I said, symbiote Spider-Man stories are my favorite. And
You'd
it's got
like
the
it.
symbiote
It's
in the
pretty
game. I
good.
need to play it, but it's actually had better critical reception than this game did.
Wow.
Than this game has, which this game was just super successful. So, I'm just glad that people are liking Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Because I want more Spider-Man stuff, and when people like Spider-Man, then more Spider-Man, right? Give. It just makes sense. So, all right.
Man, this is just...
It's story, Scott. See, the difference is you've played this already.
I know.
So normally your first time playing through this, you're like, this is intriguing. What's happening?
I recognize that statue. What it...
Oh,
Craig, I'll call you back.
Fine. Fine. follow me. Thank you. This is a really lovely space. It is.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like these sections, the Mary Jane's sections, or there's
1
some
mile
ones with Miles
section.
where you get to stealth around as Miles. I think there's 2, right?
Is there 2? I thought there was only 1.
One with Rhino, one with where he's going to find his dad, right? So
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep, there is 2.
Oh no, and 3 also the first time you meet Miles and he's like sneaking through
Because the reporter you sent is
the
clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon.
like busy
Wow,
crowd.
he
or
shows
whatever.
up a lot. Man, I guess I've just blocked all these out, or I just don't remember them.
Yeah.
They were all cool. I didn't mind them.
But my point was a lot of people didn't enjoy those, and it's kind of one of their biggest criticisms of this game. So
Yeah.
my question to you, Bro Thor, is
me?
what are your big? It's okay. Like, what are your big? Do you have any big criticisms of this game? And if so, were any of them fixed in the other 2 that you played?
I'm doing so good at this, aren't I? Do I have any criticisms? Not that I can think of at the moment. Nothing that pops out to me.
Fisk used it to hide evidence.
Oh boy.
Why did the cops take it? I know this statue opens.
Ugh. This is kind of cool though. I like this. This
Yeah.
reminds me of what's it called? Ashura.
Statue
Okay, I gotta find a picture of this thing.
Most
Oh
common
look,
powers.
picture.
Latent power. Mouth closed.
Wow.
Left arm down. Right, well, maybe
Move.
these
Most
pieces
common
are-
poses. Latent power.
Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward. Okay,
Alright,
mouth
let's
closed. Close
see.
the mouth.
Eh.
How do you close the mouth?
I'm trying to.
Oh,
I'm
the
trying to
piece.
tap on it. Yeah. Blop.
Left arm facing.
I gotta move this arm
That's the
down.
wheel behind them.
Is that it? And then you
No,
gotta
I
put the
need-
thing in its hand.
I need thingy, but I need to look at this first. Oh, look at that. Yo.
He's
Yo.
holding something.
Did I do it all?
You gotta put the thing in its hand.
He's holding something. Okay.
Yeah.
And now look. Things he can hold.
Catalog mentioned 2 poses.
Is what I
Well, you
would
still
say.
gotta move the forehead, maybe.
Down.
Remember, you still gotta move the top of the head.
Oh, that's right. Wop.
Okay.
Okay.
Mouth closed, left arm down.
Right palm facing forward.
Is it? Is that facing forward?
I feel like I'm just dumb.
Something's in one of the
I think it just wants you to look at all the stuff.
Probably. I'm just being fast. What is that? Alright. So I got that
Okay.
part.
certainly as
Can you
close
grab the
as
thing?
Can I look at this now?
I don't remember how this works, man.
2 poses. Mouth closed.
Oh, it's because I didn't put the one arm up.
Nice.
The hand,
Yeah, this arm.
Close.
left arm down.
I've
There we
seen
go.
these before.
Okay.
Oh, there you
Hand
go.
opens up. So now I can
Right.
grab
The thing.
this doohickey. Yeah, way to go, MJ. Just put your fingerprints all over this thing.
She doesn't care, dude.
I know. They don't go over this in like comics and stuff. Unless they decide that it has to be a thing. Fits, but it's not. Did I grab the wrong one? Oh. Is it this one?
Is it that tiny guy? Oh, okay.
Might be.
They kind of look the same. One's just
Hey
tinier.
guys, it's been a couple years since I've done this.
There you go. Latent power.
Devil's breath.
Little power.
What is devil's breath?
Norman Osborn.
What the?
Devil's breath.
That was a thing in a Blue Bloods episode I watched the other
It was
day.
called Devil's breath.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
a
wow.
drug on the streets of New York City.
You can't.
Well, this is a drug on the streets of New York. Well, it's kind of a
Not
virus
yet.
on the streets.
It gets
It's going
there.
to be. You are in danger.
Oh boy. Mary Jane, what have you done? Bang. I can't speak Chinese.
Is that what that is? Confirmed.
I think it's Chinese.
Because Martin Lee's Chinese, right?
I was on
I
my
think so.
exit when I
Yeah.
saw you.
I thought it was.
Okay.
You're lucky to be alive.
And that's how she got there.
5 minutes ago.
When I saw you.
Whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out. until
Saved.
the place is swarming with them.
Spider-Man.
Right.
He probably maybe would have gotten shot once, at least.
No. Dude, he's Spider-Man. And he's got that cool Kevlar sweater he's wearing.
Is that Kevlar, or is it just
No, it's just a sweater.
I was like, is that some Scarlet Spider-Man trivia that I never heard about?
I'm pretty sure. So Ben died.
Ben Reilly?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ben died. And then I guess he kind of became a supervillain at some point, and he tried to resurrect Uncle Ben. Actually, he resurrected a lot of people. It was messed up.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that. So you didn't have any big criticisms of the game? No.
No, there wasn't anything that I didn't like. I feel like...
Are there any little things you kind of wish had been different, or what?
How about that file? These guys want so bad.
No, actually, when it came out, I thought it was pretty perfect. Man, did I get that right? I need to check and see if these are safe, because I am not.
I think it was safe, yeah. And I honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat you are. This game is almost a 10 out of 10 for me. You know, I'll say one criticism I have is that you can't listen to all of the aux voice memos. You have to go in there at certain times, and then if you don't get there, then you literally have to replay the game in order to
I didn't think
find
about
that specific one.
I actually didn't know
I don't like that. I did enjoy doing all the stuff, but maybe there was like a little too much to do. But also open world games, like that's my biggest thing with them. So maybe that's a little makes sense that I'd have that attitude. But
yeah.
Overall, I mean, I just really liked it. I liked the story. I thought the DLC was okay. I thought it was good enough was worth the money enough for. Hey, I liked the game. I might as well play more. Get the DLC. So, yeah, overall, I didn't have any huge criticisms. I didn't hate the stealth sections. I actually liked the story, which I play video games to play. So when I also enjoyed the story, then
yeah,
I like that because. Oh.
She just got punched.
Specifically.
That stinks.
In terms of
Not cool with the hostage taking, guys.
Yeah, he really punched her. Wow.
Bonk.
In terms of a lot of games, right? I don't like it when they take the controller out of my hand, and it's hard. But a lot of games don't tell stories without doing that and having cutscenes and stuff.
I actually don't mind that.
This game had a good story, and I like Spider-Man, so I was okay when they took the controller out of my hand, right? It was good. It was a fun time. I just really like this game. It's one of my favorites out there. So.
All right, so I gotta confess, because this seems to be a thing, is where I kind of just go quiet, and I'm not very talkative during this. I don't know how to do the focusing on two different things and being able to hold a conversation at the same time.
That's okay.
Because if I try to focus on the conversation, I get hit a lot.
You just have to learn how to play an instrument and sing. And then you can do multiple things at once.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. So.
Blop.
Because I can play an instrument and sing a song at the same time, and also plan what I'm gonna have for lunch. So.
Lunch sounds good.
Just keep doing this, and you'll get there. Eventually.
Great.
Just takes time.
Cool.
You'll figure it out. Learn how to still play good and also turn your brain off and play the game right. So, but still talk.
I love the dodge animations in this game.
They're very cool. Yeah, this was a very.
Both my.
He's a very.
I did not need to do
powerful Spider-Man.
He is.
He's not just super bendy and dodgy. He's actually kind of muscle man, and he hits pretty hard.
He's a very comic accurate representation of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing, is with a bunch of movies and cartoons and stuff, it feels like they don't ever really take advantage of Spider-Man and all of his abilities.
Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugles. You will not write a word of what you saw.
Yep.
What do you know about the file those mascots?
Oh, that's funny.
I don't. What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house? Your editor will be.
I love that they use the same reticle they do for the camera in game for her actual camera. Been there, done that.
Oh.
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to deal with all of
Like the last 6 months never
the court stuff.
Yeah,
That's Robbie's job.
Are you talking about the Scott was in? It's the craziest story ever.
I can't talk about it.
He was
but I can talk about that I was
jury
in jury duty
for like 10 days.
Oh man, it's the man himself.
The fry. Oh.
Yeah,
the fries.
The fries of the man himself. The fry that Peter just ate. He just murdered the man.
Ate the man.
Oh man. And all caps text from Robbie. Yeah, Robbie's old like that. Who sends all caps texts nowadays? You think you're actually being dramatic?
I don't send all caps text, but I will all caps a word when I'm trying to make it like important.
If I see an all caps text from somebody, I sit there and I go, "You must be a moron to think that that sounds dramatic."
Or
call me.
Or in the case of Brandon, he just
forgets to turn
caps lock off.
But then I have to sit there and wonder, why was his caps lock on to begin with?
But also, he's probably playing Counter-Strike and accidentally hit the shift. Well, the caps lock instead of the shift button or something.
That's fair.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like, he also sometimes purposely misspells stuff because he knows it like messes with some people, and he just wants to see how they react. But also sometimes he does actually misspell stuff that isn't on purpose. And you never know with him when you're getting a message. You just take it at face value every time.
Sure, but is that so bad? I mean, baggage can carry good things too, like money and keys.
Oof. Money, keys, and raspberry lip balm. Show me the man. It's the man.
Love seeing you two together.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's the man.
Oh.
Who paid?
She did. She just put money on the table.
Oh, okay.
She left it on the table.
I was too busy staring down the audience.
I was too busy looking into the eyes of Stanley. Yeah.
Alright, what do we got? Still these suits? Okay, I was wondering if we wanted to switch up. We will.
Throw it on more.
Yeah, let's do your suit.
I'm gonna steal the decoration.
I actually don't like it in this game. Because I like...
You like the hat and the trench coat?
Yeah, I like the hat and the trench coat, and I like the full cowl, like normal Spider-Man. Which, to preface, this is what the actual comic accurate suit looks like. I just like the way that they make him look in Spider-Verse.
Oh.
Oh, is this Shocker?
Oh, Shockers are good.
I don't know, I didn't read what it said.
I think so. This is a good one.
Shocker's in the daytime.
Shocker!
Or it's kind of like a dawn time.
You get back here. No, I think Shocker's at night.
See, there's two moments with Shocker.
I think this first one is Shocker, though.
I don't think so. But I'm gonna say you're right until you're wrong. And
Listen,
you're wrong.
I played this beginning part of the game a lot. I think, like, this Shocker part was part of the thing I used to calibrate my TVs. Is I would use this Shocker part, like a video that had this, and Civil War. There was specific, like, the Shocker part in a scene from Civil War I would use to calibrate TVs.
Yeah.
I'd like have them play while I did the stuff. Yeah. Listen. If you ever meet me in person, and we're like good friends, and you get a new TV, I will calibrate it for you, make it look real good. Then you never have to worry about it again. So, gotta save them.
Whee!
Classic Spider-Man on his way to do a really important thing, which in this case is stop a bad guy.
Buttons.
He has to stop to save other people.
That's right. What a man, that Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh, that's one.
Up.
Two.
Does he have a gun?
Yeah. You didn't know that about him? Dude, he uses guns. He's a private eye.
That's awesome. Guns.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, Noir Spider-Man's pretty cool. He got his powers in a weird way, though. I can't remember. I think it had something to do with the Spider God. Is this Midtown University?
Say a spider guy.
Spider God.
Spider God?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I should get the backpack, shouldn't I?
That's weird.
Yeah, like he was at a museum and there was a statue, and the statue broke and a bunch of spiders came out. Oh, it was a statue of a spider god, and a bunch of spiders came out of it and it was like enveloped him.
Oh wow. Selfie.
Nice. All this is happening on campus. These are college students. This is a hazing.
It's absolutely hazing. The sound of silence.
Ouch. Oof.
Oh, you're out, bro.
Yeah.
Get webbing.
The sound of silence.
There you go. Defeated.
One more. Two more. Stick around for a while.
I realize the irony of me saying this.
Yeah, this is
Not to hit people.
oh, this is Empire State.
Empire State,
Okay.
yeah.
This is Flash Thompson's place.
Agent Venom.
Agent Venom. It's a cool suit. I do like. I like Noir. My first introduction to this version of Spider-Man. Oh, it's the Sanctum. Right. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. Alright, where's the robbery?
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Cool window, but
I don't know where it's
I don't know. It's just go do the thing.
strange is going on in that place.
Shocker. You.
My first introduction to this was Shattered Dimensions on the DS. And so when he first shows up, I'm like, whoa. It's all
cool.
black, white, and sepia. Sepia?
Sepia.
Sepia?
Sepia and noir. Yeah.
And he first, like, because it's a Metroidvania, oh, there's the man. Was it
Yeah,
Herman?
it's interesting because all the the Spider-Men have certain, like, powers that the other Spider-Men don't. So, I think it was 2099 couldn't web swing and
no,
could
I
only
think that
glide.
was something like that.
And then I don't think Spider-Man Noir could.
Which isn't an actual
What was
thing
it that he
with
couldn't
the
do?
actual characters. Like,
Yeah, it was
they
just.
could all do the normal Spider-Man.
It was.
Well.
They just made it so you had to unlock the powers later. I'm trying to remember what. I think Noir's was he couldn't walk,
I
wall,
think that was it.
wall crawl.
Ugh.
He couldn't wall crawl. 2099 couldn't swing. And then normal Spider-Man was just normal. In the DS version of that game, they didn't have the ultimate black suit Spider-Man like they did in the.
It was just 3.
In the console version, but yeah, it's cool because as you progress throughout the game, Spider-Man Noir has the ability to like
Looks cool.
to discover certain things, you know, like an investigator, and so Peter unlocks Amazing Spider-Man unlocks that power, whereas eventually he also unlocks 2099's ability to glide, and so do the other two, and it's really cool the way they designed that Metroidvania, and you know you find health unlocks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
Whee! Flaming cars.
Had a lot of cool challenges in it too. It had a challenge mode, had a boss rush mode, had a
It had different modes
alternate cost,
yeah,
like
alternate costume mode.
time trial mode. Like honestly, if I were to ever speedrun a game, that might be a good choice. Very speedrunnable.
Woo.
Very, very much so.
Yeah, you'd have to probably get an emulator for it though.
Yeah, or else I'd be carrying around a DS all the time.
Which is, you know, that's fine. That's classic. Man, I did not know
The Web of Shadows game, Web of Shadows,
that one was
Spider-Man
cool.
Web of Shadows also had a DS port, and it was a Metroidvania. I don't think it was as good, but it was still fun. I'd much rather play the Shattered Dimensions one though, because Web of Shadows I think was a lot more unbalanced. Also,
Got him.
I don't know, just not as much dynamic areas and enemies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh boy. How about that?
Did you learn anything about his motive?
I tried.
Yuri
It's not very
Watanabe.
talkative. Plus, I think
Fun
he-
fact:
You have that effect that
the
I'll
voice actor
Yep.
But
for
you love me,
Yuri,
right, Yuri?
I
the
tolerate.
police officer, is Yuri
Might be the
Lowenthals,
nicest thing you've ever
The actor
said
for
to me.
Spider-Man.
Dr. Spider-Man's spouse.
So we just watched a marital
I think,
debacle
though, at least
right
they
there.
were.
I got some free time.
I think they still are, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure they are still. Yeah.
No, I follow him on Instagram.
Cool.
They're cool.
Yeah. He's a cool
Whoa.
actor.
He's very obsessed with his whole Spider-Man thing. Like, he wears that on his sleeve now.
Does he?
Yeah.
That dude. If there's any role you're going to, it's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Spider-Man.
He does the thing that you used to do where he kind of does, he does the Spider-Man
this in
symbol in
pictures?
every single picture.
I did that as a.
It's funny.
As like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 3-year-old, 2-year-old. I used to do
Yes,
that.
all of them.
Nobody could. I loved Spider-Man so much. He was my favorite, and so we'd take family pictures, and I'd always be doing the Spider-Man hands. And
You did, my dude. That you
no
did.
one could ever stop me.
Nope.
I'd find a way. I don't know. Looking back, I don't know why I used to
You
do
would
that
try
all
to
the
hide
time.
them
But
as, like, obscure as you could.
but I guess I always did that. So
I only know where this one is, so I can do
that's
this.
just
Here we
how it
go.
was.
Chase sequence.
Chase.
Oh, look at that. Later, Doc. Oh,
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Really cool thing about this game, they recorded all these different audio moments multiple different times
yep.
at multiple different intensities, and so if you're swinging around the city and Peter's on the phone with someone, it's going to sound like he's out of breath, whereas if you're just chilling on top of a building, his talking will sound normal. And so it's very dynamic and very noticeable. Peter doesn't just sound like he just woke up or is just chilling in a coffee shop all the time. It sounds like he's actually physically exerting himself when he swings and is
Yep.
talking on the phone and all that kind of stuff. Always in a hurry.
Always in a hurry, that Parker. I'm getting better at this.
The little minigame.
Yeah.
What did you think of the music
I loved the music.
in this game?
I found myself humming it multiple times after I was done with it.
Afterwards, just the
Yeah.
main theme of the music in general.
The main theme.
I always really
It's the only
liked
part I could
the
really
music too
find
in the
memorable.
minigames. The
Minigames
minigame
were
music,
cool. I do
I
like
that.
the music for that.
Dude,
Ugh.
I just need to play this game again, and then play Miles, and then play Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, just go for it. Speedrun it. Have you seen speedruns of this game? Because I know
I'm
you're
sure
kind of
they're
into
great.
that.
Do they have a? I actually was watching a bunch of GDQ earlier today while I worked. Is there I'm just gonna Google it right now. I'm gonna see if GDQ has any Spider-Man speedruns.
Sorry about that.
Marvel
Yeah.
Spider
Smooth things over with the grant committee?
Spider-Man GDQ.
It'll go great.
Bang.
Hey, yeah, there's one from 2 years ago. 6 months ago.
Bong, bong, bong.
4 years ago. Yeah, I might need to check some of these out, dude. How people do this game in 30 minutes?
I don't know.
It's the whole game? Is this any percent? What? Oh no, that's Turf Wars. Okay. That's the DLC. What is this? The heist? Okay, so people speedrun the DLCs.
Loving stuffing out of dealers is my anti-drug.
That's interesting. Is that it? Just the DLCs?
I think.
Either way, very interesting.
Oh boy, we're back to Feast.
Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a
Feast.
Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
Got a donut.
That's a cream-filled donut. Although it looks that looks more like a bagel than it does a donut.
A cream cheese bagel.
Yeah.
Mr. Lee's
Volunteer of the week.
Yeah, so the music in this
Secret
game was
Wars.
made by John Pisano. He scored this game, and he was like aspiring to design a cinematic and dynamic soundtrack that that constantly accompanied Peter. If you listen, you'll notice that the music is almost always playing. It sounds there's usually always music playing in the background somewhere. It sounds great, and it's meant to always accompany Peter. And I noticed that playing it generally like helped me engage rather than distracting me. Even though it's really good music, in some other games the way music is used, I would become distracted from what I'm playing and listen to that, right? But in this, I feel like it just engaged me. It was really natural. And that was kind of another goal of his, to make simple, recognizable themes that could work well with one another, that would complement the story and what's going on. And so it was like he should be able to slip a boss theme in there to help you understand what Peter's going through, or this kind of thing. So really cool music design. Overall, I like it. I like the music. I like the this game just, I realize it was all intentional design by Insomniac, but I'm sure it was at least, but I feel like it really came together into something near perfect. So it's very great. GR8. Great.
People talk like that nowadays?
What?
GR8?
Do you ever never seen anyone text that?
Wow, that's
like
ridiculous.
GR and then the number 8. We actually have a really good friend who that's part of his gamer tag.
Who?
GR8. Great Scott.
Oh.
Not you, the other guy.
That's not part of his gamer tag.
It was, right?
Is it?
I'm convinced.
Oh.
I'm convinced. GR8.
Okay. Well,
great.
It's ridiculous. Just learn how to spell like normal people.
But it's a gamer tag. It's supposed to be cool. See, that's different than talking to somebody and using THX, or using GR8, or using like WUT. What? Just because it's faster. It's faster.
I feel like I should clarify something, because I feel like I'm setting me up to be like that guy, There's a lot of things that I think people are really stupid about, or that they could just be smarter about. Spelling is one of them.
Well, the way you text and Discord chat and all that,
and I get
entirely because there's no, people can't see your face and they can't hear your voice and can't see your mannerisms.
Yeah.
The way you talk, you text, the way you format your sentences, the words you use, that is the way people perceive you is entirely dependent on that. And so I generally think it's kind of important, or at least I generally go out of my way to spell good and use proper punctuation and all that kind of stuff. That's important to me, but not everyone cares as much about that. That's just how it is. Dude, you gotta get that one innovator skill.
Which one?
The weapon steal?
This one?
That's super valuable.
Yeah, okay.
That's not the weapon steal, that's the throw. The weapon steal's to your right. That one's great. You need that. Yeah, you take their guns out of their hands.
I've never used that ability.
Really?
Never.
Dude, how do you deal with rifles?
I don't take that, though. I don't know.
Tricks.
Dang, I need to get tricks so I can get the charge jump. The charge dump. Yep, that's what I do every morning. Whoosh. No side missions.
What was your favorite collectible in this game?
The backpacks.
The backpacks, mine too. Because I liked these. I also really liked the Oscorp missions, if those count. Like the side missions. I really liked those.
Oof. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's cool, though.
The Oscorp missions are really cool. We haven't done any of those yet, but
no. I
really like those, and I like the backpacks. And I really liked activating the police towers.
The
Because I just gotta explore everywhere.
Yeah.
I gotta see it all.
And there's not a whole lot of them either, so it's not like it's annoying.
No, yeah, there wasn't too much. And in the process, the first time playing that, like, playing through the game, I learned how to get around New York really quick doing that. And that was awesome. Follow the map.
I missed it, yep.
They're in the back of that car.
Yep.
You're safe now.
That kind of looks like your car. Did you kidnap somebody?
I did.
Oh.
His name was Charlie.
Those are the guys who did it.
Wow.
Those are the guys who did it. Bonk.
Oh. They really just thought they could sneak up behind Spider-Man.
Yeah, you know, like normal people. Yeah, some people are just dumb. Woo! Alright. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Get him. I really like those, those abilities. The takedowns. Combat takedowns.
They're cool. And later on you can chain to like 2 together at a time.
Yes.
Without
on the
using up
small
all the
guys.
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I got the ability where if I land, I can kick
Go
off.
back to the lab.
What's up?
Oh.
I totally
Hey,
forgot.
real fast, go to that
I
building in
didn't
front of you, that
forget,
glass
I just-
building.
I'll be
You
there soon.
just passed it. Just passed
This
it.
one?
No, just up ahead to your right. Or that works too. Go to that. Yeah. You can see your reflection.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
stuff like
here.
that you used to not necessarily be able to do, but it's ray tracing. Oh, hey, thanks,
Look
man.
at that. Wow, it is very red.
It looks very good in this game. Yeah. You can, with ray tracing and real-time reflections with the PS5, you can see your reflection
Really?
and stuff. What?
I will say that
The
the
ray
suit,
tracing looks really good, man.
yeah, the suit looks amazing.
In this game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you mean when you said that
Look
you
at
don't
that.
like how it looks in the menu. Let's stick around with this for a while.
Well, I was talking about the advanced suit
Oh,
and the menu. I don't love how it looks, but I think it looks really good in the game when he's actually moving around. This, I think it looks great inside and outside. It looks great in this game, though. I think it looks best at night, too, just the way it's illuminated by the city and stuff. It's great.
dang.
Can you imagine getting beat up by Spider-Man while he's talking to his aunt
Yeah, right.
about his dating life?
And
Might need to heal.
nah, who needs healing?
The guy who doesn't save.
Yeah.
Maybe you need some healing.
I still won't save in this game either.
This
haven't
is
seen
an
me go
auto
to a
save for you, Scott.
Yeah, I know. Still haven't gone to a save room though. They got a lot of ads.
It's New York. There's billboards everywhere.
Yeah.
We've been. We had pizza.
It was good pizza.
And what was that? Was that 2019? We went to New York 2019.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to New York, DC, that area. Saw some stuff, went to the museums. And we went to New York and we had some pizza in New York. Yeah.
There's a lot of thugs.
Felt like a Ninja Turtle.
I guess these guys are trading baseball cards.
Bonk. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk.
Got money or drugs?
All the same. Oh, in the end.
Money really is a drug when you think about it.
Wow.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, boy.
Is he still on there?
Yep.
This is incredible.
Here we go.
Whoa.
You've never seen that happen? Where did these two guys come from?
That's incredible, dude. That guy's stuck to the back. Oh, maybe Spider-Man does kill. This guy might be about to get smushed. Unless he's
guess we'll see
come
what
off the back
happens.
at this point. Is he still there? Yeah. Okay. Dude.
He's having a bad day. I think his pelvis is just destroyed now. Not to mention his leg.
His legs are stuck to the car and he's just...
Well, I'll leave you to that.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. That'd be horrible. Alright, back to the lab. The
Yep.
labyrinth.
I'm probably gonna get sidetracked again.
That's what happens.
I'm Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
No, stop it.
I'm Spider-Man.
Yep, there it is.
I'm Spider-Man.
That was an episode of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Where
that was just
they did it was that the thing was there was a Spider-Man play or something.
yeah.
And Flash Thompson got the role for Spider-Man instead of Peter. And Peter actually had to show up and like save Flash's butt as Spider-Man. It was
Yep. But he had the wrong outfit because his friends gave Flash his actual Spider-Man
outfit. It was he you know, honestly he didn't have good friends.
Yeah.
They were pretty mean and pretty negative most of the time. But
well, Nova, White Tiger, Power Man, and Iron Fist.
yes.
Yeah. What a
combo, yeah. Power like Luke Cage and Iron Fist makes sense, but
Can you keep doing this? There you go. Those two cars just don't move. You're stuck there now. Alright. Wow, there are a lot of crimes
there's a lot
right
of
now.
crimes, dude. It's New York. I actually
No, I
don't
just
know
mean
what
it feels like
New York
more than
crimes are
normal.
like, but I will remember there's a lot of crimes you need to do in every district.
Yeah,
And once you get them done, then you'll see crimes in there less frequently and see them more often than the ones that have less crimes. So you're maybe just used to swinging around a clean.
I've done, yeah, I did all the
right?
crimes in my first run, so I guess whenever I go back and I just
have to
noodle
see
around
how
for a
many of
little
them
bit.
there are. You're like, what? Get them.
Wow, this is red.
It's very red. Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
All right, now we'll make it to the lab.
Whee. All right, here we go. Do you have a favorite comic line, or like a favorite like arc in the comics?
Yeah, like I don't know too much about I mean, most of my Spider-Man stuff is from games and like all the games and all the movies and all the shows. But, you know, I've said this like 3 times already. I've always liked a good old symbiote Spider-Man story.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think the whole concept of Ultimate Spider-Man is really cool. Just what went on there with Miles and then even the other way, some of the stuff with like Superior Spider-Man was kind of interesting.
Superior Spider-Man was an interesting run.
Not that I've ever read any of those. I really can't read comics. I just struggle with them, but with understanding what's going on. But that's cool, man.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
And this is where we find we see the game's real villain, Money.
Money.
I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker.
Peter
How
Parker.
the hell are you?
Speak of the devil.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other?
It's Mr. Mayor.
It's Norman.
Norman, what do you think?
Got a lot of charisma. Makes sense.
Yep. At least he doesn't have like lines in his hair.
Yeah. Harry's.
That was the worst hairstyle in all of comics.
Harry's
with
in
old
the
Osborn.
in the same game, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And he does not look anything like he does in the pictures
In
here.
the pictures here. Okay.
Hello.
They just changed how everyone looked
Yeah.
in the same game, except for Miles.
Except for Miles, yeah.
Well,
Although he looks pretty accurate to his the character who is his likeness. The character, the person.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
the character.
Life and reality are blending together.
Secure environment.
At Oscorp.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
I feel like
He
there's a lot
looks
of
so mad.
yeah,
Hey, Peter.
because it was Oscorp
Harry will be coming back
The O's.
before it was Oscorp.
Well,
Maybe the two of you can start that business.
the O's Oscorp. OS Corp.
Opportunity.
They're
Yeah.
gonna talk about that in a minute.
Oh boy.
Or later. We might not get to that.
Easy.
They did a good job with Dr. Octavius and Mr. Mayor in this.
There's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
Oof.
So you go swing around and do some stuff, and then eventually you come and meet him back there, and he tells you about how him and Norman used to be a team, and the Oscorp was the O's with those two guys, and because they both,
Could do something to help
Octavius and Osborn,
Harry.
and so
Norman never
he
listens to Harry.
he decides I'm gonna go and
Research stations.
work for him, even if I don't get paid, and then they.
Should see how they're doing while Harry's in Europe.
But before that, we get to do these fuel stations, and
Wow,
so
Harry's
we're
in
actually.
Europe.
I want to close with these because
Okay.
I said I already really liked these, but I thought I would just let you all
Experience
newbies to
it.
the game know what happens with the Oscorp thing. So yeah, these are cool.
I wonder if they use the same voice actor in Spider-Man 2 as they do right here for Harry.
I'll Google it.
Thank you. This is funky. Thanks, man. It's cool that they make Harry like a big science nerd.
Well, it's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means a lot to him.
Ooh, spider drones. Alright. Yes. We'll do this thing for Harry-san. I've got a couple of things. Blah, blah. Oh, this is the one where you get the flight through the clouds. This is cool. Sorry, smog, not clouds. There's smog everywhere. Even a dragon.
The amount of polycyclic
Alright.
hydrocarbons in the air is way too high.
So this is fun. I mean, these mini games are kind of fun because they're not like, what we've already seen, where it's like it brings us into a computer and we have to play a little computer game. These are like,
Clouds of smog.
I don't know, you get to do things in New York, and it's not just
They're
like,
different.
go punch this guy, or go do this thing with this guy.
They're different actors.
Alright, got one.
Yeah, they changed them between the two games.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Get
Another
the
one.
samples.
One right over here.
Fly into the bad stuff. Yeah, it's just cool because I mean they're kind of mini game-ish things that rely on movement or challenge you to do something interesting. Like there's one where you can't swing, and so
Yeah.
you have to traverse with just zips and like jump offs like those, but yeah.
Bonk. Did it.
But overall, I just found it really interesting because we're getting to hear about Harry and all that stuff,
Alright, here we go.
and him and Peter's
I forgot about this part of the mission.
old friendship.
Great light on that.
Car.
That's actually not a horrible picture.
Gotta go take another picture of car.
Perfect.
Got it.
Great, you did the thing.
I did it. Now I gotta go do more. Whoosh. Yeah, this makes me miss the glidey wings.
Oh, from Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, because they're really cool. They did a good job with
I
that.
need to try those out.
Because at
I just
points
need
it
to
just
play that
they have air currents in the middle of the city,
That make you go really fast, right?
and you kind of just follow them to
Picture I ever took.
fly.
The Department of Environmental Protection will take
Like
you
it's
in.
just a big cylinder that goes through this like one road of the city, and if you
Okay.
just sit in that giraffe, you
Then
just
you're
fly
gonna
there,
okay.
Well,
and you go
there's stations to
fast.
stop the public
It makes sense though that they decided to speed stuff up because they made the city bigger. So.
Yeah.
Because I know they even actually just sped up the speed of the swinging in miles. So,
Oh boy, Shocker has escaped.
alright.
Well, this is where
We'll
we'll call
save
it.
Shocker, you get back here for another time. Maybe you enjoyed this so much that that's what you're saying right now. You're like, H7 Bus, get back here and finish this game. But we're not
Probably
going
not.
to. So, this is where you take it. If you really enjoyed this and haven't played this game, we just want to say, yeah, try it out. It's a fun time. Scott, final words.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is the best. Believe it.
You gotta watch that movie again, dude. Because I feel like you...
I could. Probably not for a while.
I'm not, like, mad at you for having that opinion. I just don't know how you have it with how you haven't only seen it, like, one time. Like,
no,
you have,
know I don't like... I don't not like...
You just have this version of the movie in your head that is not, I think, accurate anymore.
Sure.
You just gotta watch it again. It's been...
Oh.
We haven't... Have you seen it since theaters?
Yeah. I've seen it like 2 or 3 times.
Okay. Well.
Wow.
I like
Spider-Man. I
Spider-Man.
didn't press the wrong button there.
And Scott's a good Spider-Man. He just saves people all the time, so...
I wish they had a Superman game like this. That would be so cool.
Yes. Absolutely. I even like if they did that with a Batman game. Where actually... Because there are active crimes in Batman, but rarely are you actually saving people.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if they did that.
Alright.
Arkham game.
Well.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great morning, evening, noon, night, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah, 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 blah. Hope you're doing well. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace.
That kind of peace.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.